back in the early 80s, I was offered a job by Vista Host. He and I met on a rafting trip that we had a manager outing. We hit it off great, and not only from a business relationship standpoint, but also from a friendship that we've carried on for many, many years.
Yeah, so Gary and I met in the fall of '86 when I joined Vista Host Hotels in Houston, Texas. And Gary was the Senior Vice President of Operations, and I was the Senior Vice President of Sales. And we ultimately worked at that business together for approximately 20 years.
I've known Gary DeLapp since 2007 when he was CEO of Extended Stay Hotels in South Carolina. It has been truly my blessing and honor working with him in two other companies since Extended Stay Hotels over the course of past decade.
Well, the one thing is Gary is considered to be a pretty aggressive, hard-charging business kind of guy, and he is, and that's why he's been so successful, and that's why a lot of people like myself have really enjoyed working for him. He's a get-it-done kind of guy. But underneath all that, he's a very soft and caring person, and I know that he would do anything for any of his friends, and I know he cares a great deal about helping people any way that he can.
Gary DeLapp is one of those who never been, never are, never will be content with good enough. Instead, he has always pushed himself for the best in everything he does. It is not the fame or the money Gary DeLapp has been pursuing in his life, but instead, he has simply been striving for arete, the excellence.
You know, I remember him talking about Pensacola Junior College, now Pensacola State College, and his fraternity that he was directly involved in, Delta Kappa Alpha, and all of the brotherhood, if you will, of individuals, just sharing experiences, living together, maybe even working together. But he has introduced me to a couple of those individuals, and I know in just speaking with others, as I do, they have a high level of respect for Gary as an individual, and also what he's accomplished from a business perspective.
Okay, I believe Gary DeLapp is deserving of the Lifetime Achievement Award from Pensacola State College due to his huge success in his 40-plus years in the hotel business. Rising as a dishwasher to a Senior Vice President of Operations, demonstrates success in the hotel business, and then in the business of hotels, he was able to create tremendous value with 3 different companies, growing those businesses from 100 hotels to up to 700 hotels, and ultimately those businesses selling for a great deal more value than was originally invested in them.
Well, he's been a very successful leader in the hotel industry for many years. He is the type of individual that is very engaging, surrounds himself with outstanding leaders. He'll guide them, but he also allows them to put their input into it, and then utilizes that to drive towards success. And the one thing I really admire about Gary is he is a self-made success, and he was noticed very early on to have a very strong drive and a commitment to to the hotel industry, and he just took the ball and ran with it, and it led him in just a hugely successful direction.